I had four thematic areas, and that was what I campaigned on: education, health, security, agriculture. 'Cause where I come from, approximately about 60,000 people, and then youth development. So there were five thematic areas. Where I come from, approximately about 60,000 people within the constituency. Close to about 70% of them are between the ages of 18 and 42. So it's a very youthful constituency. So anything that you decide to do, you should be informed about this particular statistic, because it's very, very important. Whatever you do, it should resonate with the chunk of the people who are youthful. And so on the first thing I did was to develop developmental, we call it a localized development book or plan. It's not a professional one. I didn't hire any consultant or anything. What we did was to visit each town and have a deba, each town. So with chiefs and people, and then we had our own plans, but it was important for us to speak to them on the ground to understand exactly what their needs were. And it will interest you. I mean, on my plan, I had written that, I have to ensure that I get a school structure for these people. You go there and they tell you, we don't need a school structure. We need a KVIP. We need something different. So it was important that we went down to them. And the first thing that for me is a very huge achievement for me was to have that localized development plan, because then it's formed the basis of whatever I was going to do going forward. So we did that. We went to each town, met all the chiefs and people, and then had an open, frank discussion about the way forward, and then gave ourselves some timelines. So it afforded me the opportunity to get that blueprint. The next thing was to visit every secondary school within the constituency. We have 4 secondary schools. Tetrim Secondary School, now called Osei Tutu Secondary School, Afigya Secondary School, we have the Afigya Tech, and St. Michael's at Ahimkro. So I visited all the schools, interacted with the teachers, also to get a first-hand information on what is going down there in the schools. Then I did for the hospitals, health facilities. So I went round, and I was doing all this the second quarter of my tenure, just to have a very basic blueprint and know what to do next. So on the aspect of health, I mean, going around, it was very clear to me that there were certain basic things that they needed. Fridges. It will surprise you that apparently there are a lot of medications that has to be kept in the fridge at a certain temperature, and most of the hospitals didn't have fridges. Very simple, basic thing, but that's what they need. So that's what they told me. Some, if you go to the OPD section, and then, I mean, there's nothing like entertainment, television, nothing there for them to, whilst they wait for their turn to see the doctor. So after doing that, what I did was to provide television for all health centers in the constituency, provided fridges for all health centers within the constituency. There were certain places that transportation was an issue, so got the motorbikes to convey the health officials to and from the hospital.